Hello, this is Kieran from Server.pro, and today I'm back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to set up this plugin, World Resourcepacks, so that you can have different resource packs for each world on your Minecraft server, and also just have multiple resource packs on your Minecraft server. So, let's get straight into it. So the first thing that we'll need to do is download some resource packs to our computer. So I'm just going to search on Google for some resource packs. I'm going to go on the first link, and then I'm just going to use, let's say, these first two resource packs here, Mad Pixels and Steamed Up. So I'm just going to go ahead and download each of these, and you'll need to do the same for whatever resource packs you want to use. And then once you've downloaded all the resource packs that you want to use, come back to the tutorial. So as you can see, I've downloaded those two resources packs. I've used the Mad Pixels and Steamed Up rewritten one, and I will add a link to these two resource packs in the description down below in case you like to use them as well. So once you've obtained all the resource packs that you want to use, you don't have to have two, you can have 3, 4, 5, as many as you want. Once you've got them, go to your browser and just type in the URL minepack.net. Then once you're on this page, click choose file and then select one of the resource packs, and then click upload. Then once you've uploaded it, it should display a similar page to this with a download URL and sh-1 hash. So let's note down these in a notepad file so that we can remember them for later on. So I'm just going to open a notepad file here, and I'm going to copy the URL and just paste it here, and I'm going to copy their hash link as well. So copy that and paste it there, and I'm just going to write down the name of the resource pack that this was for. So this was the Mad Pixels resource pack. And then I'm just going to go back to minepack.net, and I'm going to choose file and do the other resource pack too. You will need to do this for each of your resource packs. Then once you've got all the resource packs noted down with the URL and the hash link, let's go ahead and install the plugin onto our server. So there will be a link to this plugin down in the description below. And then click download now once you have it, click save, and then just go to the control panel for your Minecraft server. Then once you're on the control panel, go to the file manager, go to the plugins folder, and then click upload file, choose files, and then select the .jar that you just downloaded and click upload from computer. Then once it's uploaded, restart the server. Then once the server has restarted and you've given it a few moments to start up, click the refresh button, and you should see a folder called World Resourcepacks appear. So if you go into that folder, there will be a config.yml, so if we open that, here you're able to set the resource packs for the plugin. So at the top of the configuration, you've got some messages that you can configure that would change what's displayed in game. Feel free to configure these to display whatever you want them to. And then below is the important part. So here we're able to define what packs we can use. So by default, it's just got some example ones that won't actually work. So this is where we're going to be adding the resource packs that we want to use. So let's add our first resource pack. So let's edit the first entry under this pack section. So let's give it a name. So I'm just going to call it the same name as the resource pack. So this is where that notepad file we created comes in handy. So I'm going to be first adding the Mad Pixels one. So let's call it Mad Pixels. And then we're going to get the URL link. So if we go back to the notepad file and copy the URL which we gathered earlier, and then paste it here. And then we're going to get the hash also. So let's copy that and paste it here as well. Then for the format, just put 0. Then if you're using a permissions plugin such as PermissionsX, you can define whether the resource pack is restricted or not. So if you want people to only be able to access this resource pack if they have permission to do so, set this to true. And then if you do that, the player will need to have this permission node to use it. So feel free to set this permission node up whatever you would like. So I'm just going to call it the same as the resource pack name. So if you do have this set to true, they would need the permission world resourcepacks.pack.pack name. But I'm just going to leave this as false as I want all players to be able to access this resource pack, and I'm not using a permissions plugin. So let's add our second pack. So again, just do a similar thing, copy all the correct details and change the pack name. So just go ahead and do this for all the resource packs that you want to add. There's no limit or there's no minimum that you can have. So you can have only 2 if you wanted to, 3, 4, and so on. And the last one in the list you'll see here is called Empty Pack. So this is basically the default Minecraft resource pack. So don't edit this, as this allows players to switch back to the empty one if they don't want to use the resource pack at all. So the next section that we're going to be taking a look at is this world section here. So at the bottom of the configuration, this is where you're able to configure which resource pack is assigned to each world. So when a player first joins your server and they go into the default world, which is often called just world, and then say they were to teleport to a different world, say it was called factions for example, they could be assigned a different resource pack than what was first given to them in the default world. So this provides a great level of flexibility, so you're able to change this to whatever you want. So if you're using a multi-world plugin such as Multiverse, you can list the world names here. So my default world is called world, so I'm going to list that there. I also have factions and I have survival, so I'm just going to copy this and paste it below, and I'm going to put a setting for each of my worlds. So I've got 3 worlds, and then I'm able to change the pack that's in each of them. So the first one, if I want the pack to be Mad Pixels, I would just type the name of that. And then for the factions, I want it to be Steamed Up. And then for survival, I want it to be Empty Pack, which means they don't have a resource pack applied there. So now that's basically all the configuration done. Feel free to add your worlds and put whatever resource pack you want in each world. You can even not, if you didn't add a world like this, it would just be assigned the empty pack by default. So once you've made any changes and finished setting it up, click save and then restart your server, and that should apply all the changes. So once you've given your server a few moments to restart, go ahead and join your server so that you can take a look at how this plugin works. So as you can see, I've just joined my server and it's just applied the resource pack. So as I've already downloaded this resource pack onto my Minecraft client before, it didn't prompt me to download it. But if you were joining this server for the first time, it would usually come up with a pop-up saying yes or no to accept the resource pack. However, as you could see, it applied it completely automatically as soon as I joined. It just took a few seconds to load. So if we take a look at the available worlds which I have survival and factions and world. I'm currently in world, so let's go to the factions world. So if I type /mvtp factions, you can see here that it's taken me a few seconds, and in a moment it will load the resource pack which is applied to this world. So as you can see, it just changed there after about 5 seconds or so. So now if we were to go to the survival world, if I remember correctly, I should have no resource pack applied and it should be the default Minecraft textures. So as you can see, I now have the default Minecraft textures in the survival world. And again, if I was to go back to the normal world, I should have the texture pack which was applied to this world. And as you can see, it just applied there. So that's great, the plugin's working, and it does have one command in this plugin. So if you use the command /use pack, you can select different packs. So say if I was in this world, I could select Steamed Up, and as you can see, it highlights which resource pack you're currently using with the little arrow. So it's showing that I'm currently using the Mad Pixels resource pack. So if I change use pack to Steamed Up, it should load the Steamed Up pack. And as you can see, you now use the Steamed Up pack. So if the players have permission to do so, they are able to change packs in any world that they want to. And also, if you're an administrator that has OP privileges, you are able to change the resource pack for each player. So I could type something like use pack, then the pack name, so Steamed Up, and say I had another player called Notch on the server, I could do that, and it would make that player use that resource pack. So that's basically all the features around this plugin. It's a fantastic little plugin, and it introduces a really nice feature into the game. If you've run into any problems during this tutorial, feel free to contact our support on our website, and I'll be more than happy to answer any issues that you're running into. Other than that, feel free to leave a comment down below with any new tutorials you'd like to see in the future, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.